All right, special guest here today, buddy of mine and good old Brian here. Dylan Martin, former teammate at Robert Morris University, had a stint at D3 assistant coach, grad assistant for about 2 seconds. So you made what, one practice, I think, all year long?
I think I made two practices, and I was on the bench for two games, and one of them we lost 18-0.
Well, you made your mark.
Yeah.
I made my mark.
You made your mark. Buddy, we're happy to have you on. How are things out in New Mexico?
Oh, they're pretty good. I mean, I appreciate you guys having me on. Just grinding through. I coached the UNM Lobos last year, so they're a D3 club team. Had a bit of fun doing that, and then
Did it last longer than the other one? Did that coaching stint? Did that coaching stint last longer than your first one?
It did. I got a few more wins under my belt too.
Were there still
do you guys
18-0
remember that
losses too,
Snapchat?
or?
I mean, well, you guys see that Snapchat of me throwing the stick?
I was just gonna say I did see you throw a couple 2-tree sticks out there, so that's a win in my book.
Yeah, I mean, these refs here are unbelievable. Unbelievable. They've never seen the game anywhere else. So, yeah, I just thought I would. Well, they pissed me off because they asked me, I don't know the rules. They told me I didn't know the rules. Yeah, I've been playing the game for 20 years. I think I know the rules. But, sorry for another day.
So you're doing well. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, doing very well.
Well, you are moving up in the world, though, aren't you? Got a job with Midwest Blackbirds, assistant coach.
Yes, sir. I'm very much looking forward to going back to my old stomping ground. It was my last stop in junior hockey, so I'm excited to go back.
Better memories, I assume, than when you played for that shit team in
Oh God,
Indiana. What was their name?
Oh God. Oh, Poetzy. The Indianapolis Inferno.
Yes, Indy Inferno. You guys had this stupid mascot that pissed me off so much. He was the worst. And you guys were terrible. Talk about 18-0 losses.
Sparky the dog.
Sparky.
Well, Poetzy, you remember when me and you got into it before we knew each other?
Yeah.
I remember that fondly. We were losing by a lot, and some jackass on the bench, a.k.a. Andrew Poetzinger, decided to give me a little bit of lip. And then who knows? We'd be friends later.
It was one of those things where the partition was right here, and I was here. He was on the other side, and I just turned around and I went, boy, this is tough to watch. It's real tough to watch. How can you stand watching this? You're on the bench, too, so they think that you're bad. You can't even play in this game.
Well, it's kind of tough when it's two of the backup goalies sharing each other.
Well, my excuse was I'm too good to be playing in this game. They didn't want me getting hurt or anything, so I was sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
That was what my excuse was.
We all know you. That wasn't it.
Plus, I had that partition there.
I'm pretty sure you shook the gloves at me, too.
Did I?
Sure. From the bench.
That's because you had the partition.
That's because I was gonna say it's
way.
because I had that partition there, so my balls were huge at that point. If you'd have done anything, I would have shit my pants.
Good.
Yeah, but yeah, a couple years later, we ended up playing RMU together for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. So
yeah. I was I warmed the bench for you for 3 years, but it was a good 3 years. I was a good cheerleader.
it was a damn good 3 years.
Cheerleader. Arguably the best on the team.
Oh my God! I just think back to that Florida trip all the time. That was a riot.
Let me tell you, Walmarts across the nation were happy that we came into town because they saw you walking out with multiple bottles of vodka, and they knew they were making a nice sale.
Yeah, the ocean. Yeah, it was a good time.
We in Florida. So for nationals in Florida, we went to the beach. After we had lost one of our last games, we had just one game left, and it was to play for third place. And we all went to the beach to just kind of celebrate the season, party a little bit. And people got obviously belligerent, a.k.a. Marty. And we're going into the ocean. And two things happen. Number one, Marty's in the water, and these waves are coming in, and just one of them barrels him over, and he's underwater, and he comes up, and you see him come up, and he just spews everywhere in the ocean. And then you look to your right, and you've got Zach Sargis walking out, taking his shirt off, and then he takes his pants off, and it's not a Speedo, it is a thong. He's wearing a man thong banana hammock, and we've all got our families here. Nolly's got his poor grandmother walking around, and this kid's walking around with his ass cheeks just jiggling side by side.
Yep, this is what I pay thousands of dollars to do.
Thanks for your sacrifices, Mom. So that was a hell of a trip,
man. What a trip. And then the street dance after, I was like, free bird, free bird.
Oh, my
like,
God, I forgot about that.
We're not playing free bird. I just stopped the whole show just to, like, call me out, like, quit being an idiot. But, oh, man, what a trip. What a trip. 20 beauties all the way down to Florida. That was unreal.
Yeah.
And everything went so well. We got stood up for our third place game, and we went to go and collect our trophy. And the league commissioner came up to us, and they were like, "You guys are so professional. You guys, we're so sorry that this happened to you. This, we know that you would never treat anybody like this. You guys are kind, respectable men, blah, 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 blah." He's saying all these things. And 2 minutes later, we've got Ski and Bob McGeever outside trying to steal this huge banner from outside that says 2014 National Championship game. Oh, my God.
I just love Bob's excuse, too. He's like, "Coach, I told you from day one, I'm taking that. That's coming with me." Like, that was his excuse. Like, "Coach, I told you." Like,
I wasn't joking.
I wasn't telling the truth. Like, I'm taking that with me.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Marty, so you put on a pretty awesome event every year called the Miller Show. Why don't you go into detail about how, first of all, how you came up with the idea and kind of how it's kind of taken form over the years, because it's kind of grown a lot.
Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised on our turnout. I remember that the first year that we did it, I was like, "Is anybody going to show up to this thing?" And then it just kind of snowballed from there and did a pretty cool thing. But we have a mutual friend, late great Chad Miller, that passed away. And before he passed away, he kind of expressed his interest in giving back to the community. And a good example of that, where he's from in Canada is where Aaron Ashman's from. And Aaron Ashman puts on like a charity golf tournament every year. They support kids that can't afford to play hockey. He said, I'll do something like that. So after he passed, I thought it would be a positive thing to put something together to benefit a certain hockey charity. The first year we picked Chicago Hockey Initiative. It's a local organization, and they basically do that. They support kids and families that aren't able to afford to play arguably the greatest game on earth. And like I said, it was such a good turnout the first year. We knew we had to keep going, so we wanted to support something different every year. We didn't just want to support one charity. So the first year was Chicago Hockey Initiative. The second year was that injured player from the Chicago Cougars, Matt Olson. The next year after that was Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is another story in itself. And then the year after that, what did we support? Chicago Blackhawks Special Hockey, which was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year we're supporting a good friend of all of ours, Stephen Coulter, Skolter, we like to call him. He was diagnosed with cancer New Year's Day, and he's been a participant in the last 3 events that we've held. So it was just kind of a no-brainer that, this year, since he's supported all these other causes, that, we'll support him and his fight and, try to raise some funds for him, but most of all, just show him that, we all love him, we all, care for him, and we're pulling for him. So yeah, we're excited for this year to come together. It's April 20th is the event. We take the ice at 2:10, I believe, and then we're gonna have a good time after that.
So every year, you always have like a silent auction and just like raffle for a bunch of stuff. You got a bunch of stuff lined up for this year too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we got some Howley's hockey gear that we'll be raffling off. We have some really cool Hawks memorabilia. We got some Patrick Kane signed stuff. We got some Sharp signed stuff. Some really cool stuff there. We got some Chicago Wolves stuff coming in. There's another foundation that came about after our friend's passing. So we'll have some T-shirts from them, and then we'll also be selling T-shirts. Finally, the fifth year into this, we're actually going to make some T-shirts and we're going to sell them as well. And then, like I said, all the proceeds go back to our buddy that's going through a little speed bump at the moment.
Awesome. Well, I know Coulter's. He's been battling a little bit. He's actually he's a player on the team that I coach at Robert Morris. But good news is he is in remission. He just finished his second round of chemo, I believe, last week. So, yeah, he's doing well now, but still nice. It's still a long road for him going here. But this will definitely perk up his spirits, seeing the boys, and being able to just be a part of this event. I mean, last year he was a part of it, and me and him were playing against each other, and he was the only one to score on me the entire time. And I swear to God, for 3 hours after that, he wouldn't leave me alone, letting me know that he was the only one to score on me. It's like, you are the biggest piece of shit. But yeah, it's an awesome event. It's a great time. So anybody listening, if you have the time to come out, it's an incredible time. There's usually great prizes, like Nolly was saying, great food.
Is it Johnny's? Which Johnny's?
Yeah. It's at Johnny's West. Johnny's West.
Johnny's West, right. And it used to be, so when it first started, it was a 3-on-3 tournament at that tiny little itty-bitty rink down at the bottom. Those were intense. Let me tell you.
Those are crazy.
I don't think my body can handle those anymore.
Oh, my God.
I'm glad that you switched over to the full ice.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to the wife the other night, and like Frankie Pence texted me that his shoulder's messed up, so he can't play or whatever. Year before, it was Melko with his hip. I'm like, we're just so beat up, like we can't take this stuff anymore. Like we're done trying to do like full blown tournament and body contact and all that stuff.
Well, do you remember that one year there was that one team that came out? I believe it was a bunch of the guys from like ex-pros or something like that from God, I can't even remember, but they took it super, super serious. And we were all just kind of sitting there going, what are you guys doing?
Well, that's when I had to throw out Vito.
Yeah, which time?
Vito
Vito
tried to fight a guy at a charity event, but to his I don't know, whatever, like they were acting like jackasses.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That I believe the last year you did the 3-on-3 tournament was the day after Dice's bachelor party.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh,
we were dead. I almost threw up on the ice.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, that was bad.
Bob left the hotel at like 3:00 in the morning and slept in his car in the parking lot outside of Johnny's Ice House.
Yeah.
Didn't crack his windows or
wanted to help
anything. He
out.
almost died.
Yeah. That's Bob for you.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's
And
an
I
idiot.
scheduled you guys' first game at like 8:00.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Yeah, that was
My
so
bad.
sweet of you.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Way to look out for the boys.
What's the format you
My
guys?
bad.
What's the format you guys do now? Since you guys don't do the tournament.
So we're gonna do. I would like to do it. Well, it depends on who signs up, but I'd like to do alumni versus current. That's always been my goal, is to have the current guys go against the alumni guys. Past couple of years, we've just been mixing it up, but we'll do just like a full ice game. I think last year I had to split the boys is kind of hard, depending on who signs up. But I had Poetzy on my team for the majority of the game, then I put in newbie on the other side. So I always stack my own team.
I was gonna say smart choices on that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh crap! I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. Oh, saying that you're gonna go alumni versus current players. You should have seen the Christmas skate this year, Marty. We had alumni playing against the current guys, and we smoked them.
Smoked them. I bet.
Smoked them. Like there wasn't even a chance in hell that they were gonna beat us.
I even scored.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was bad. And I went into the locker room afterwards to kind of let them know, like, that was bad. Like, not just like you guys weren't trying bad, but like that was like bad. And I walked in, they didn't know that I was right behind him, and Greggy Samesi goes, well, yeah, you know what? Well, they have to wake up and go to their full-time jobs now, so
Well, I mean, there's so much pride when you're the alumni. You're like, I'm not going to let these kids beat. Like, it's just not going to happen today.
they were all upset too. They're like, well, Vito and Sarge were just going so hard. And I was like, well, yeah, go harder. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Try a little bit.
That's awesome. I miss the winter skating, doing all that stuff. That's what I miss the most is the boys and the room and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why the charity's always fun too, because it's and towards the spring and everything, and kind of gets everybody together too. Yeah,
exactly. It's always like a good way to kick off the summer and see all the guys, and it's a good time. I mean, it's a labor of love to put this stuff together, because I know how much fun we're gonna have, and you know what we're supporting is always, you know, a good cause. So. And
they have Labatt's on tap. So. I mean...
oh man, I haven't had a bat in a while.
Are we gonna have a Billy Carr sighting this year again? Because I know he suited up last year a bit.
Oh, I don't know. I talked to him. He sounded pretty interested, but we'll see.
I'll put out a good word for you. I got you. Yeah. We'll try and get Tommy to come out too.
Speed dial.
Yeah. Try and get Tommy to come out too.
He's all big time now. Yeah. You know, like
Billy. Yeah, I know.
D1 team, and you know, going to nationals and stuff. I don't know if he'll even recognize us or even care.
He walked in. We had a recruit skate this weekend, and he walked in this hoodie that said 2019 Nationals. I was like, whoa, oh, okay, all right.
Has he ever worn a hoodie from our Nationals?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't even think he bought any apparel from our Nationals. Whatever, that's fine. He's moved on. He's made other friends. I'm not hurt.
Well, think about our trophy. Like, it's his damn candy holder now.
Those sweet tarts have been in there for 12 years now. Valentine's Day sweet tarts. You can't even bite into them anymore. So
that's funny.
Yeah. All right, Marty. Well, thank you for coming on. I'm excited to see you in a couple weeks. It's going to be an unreal time, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And anybody that's wants to know any more about our events, it's just our website, www.themillershow3versus3.com. So you can check out our past events and what we're doing this year.
Sick. Marty, thank you. Thank you. We'll be in touch, and congrats on the new gig.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, boys.
You got it. Bye-bye.